Hello everyone, welcome to our Astro Science. Today I will discuss regarding how the significators in astrology play an important role in our horoscope. It protects our horoscope, the significations of the houses. So even if the dasa of a planet is going on, you may feel the houses which are actually ruled by that planet, the signification of those houses will be very prominent that time. Yes, you may feel the urge to fulfill the significations. But what about the significator of the houses? If the significators are not in a good dignity, if not in a good placement, then the promises may not be fulfilled, or if it is fulfilled, it may not be up to the expectation. That is the reason significators are given a specified role in that horoscope, in that our Vedic astrology. Your house lot can be different depending upon your ascendant, but significator of the houses are always fixed. They play a very vital role in the physical manifestation of the promises present in your birth chart. Your house lot can be very well placed. You may have proper dasa at proper time. You may have proper transits. But still, you may feel that something is stopping to get the result. You may feel that I have a strong urge to fulfill the signification of the houses. Still I am not getting it. Still I am unable to fulfill it. Still something is there which is stopping me. That is the significator of your birth chart. Today when I will discuss regarding all the houses, that how the significator actually save your birth chart or horoscope, you will try to understand that how to do something basic things which will actually increase the influence of the planet, or it will benefit you in your way of your life. Whatever the position of the significator is, even if it is in a ill placement, still we can try to improve it. We can try to improve the benefits of that planet. We will discuss it today. First house. Whatever may be the first lord is, your first house is the lagna, first house is the ascendant. Whatever your first house is, which lord it is, wherever it is placed, still first house is significated by sun. First house is basically the eastern horizon. In the eastern horizon, sun rises. So it marks the birth of our in this earth. That means the soul is getting the body and it is uprising now. That is, the sun is rising in the east. So sun, the energy which we get in the morning, that is so powerful that if we take that energy, it will not only improve our health, it will also give us some enlightenment, because that enlightenment is basically important for the each and every knowledge which we get in this world. Sun is the basic source of energy. Mars is basically that what we are doing with that energy, but sun is the energy which is the source of that energy. Since soul is getting implanted and getting the body, so sun is the significator of soul also, that how our soul is that, how the soul thinks, what is the basic goal of that soul. That sun, the placement of sun in your horoscope will say that. So sun, that energy of sun will actually increase the energy in our body. The healing property of the sun's light can remove all the diseases. So if we wake up early in the morning and get the sunlight, do some yoga or exercise in the presence of sunlight that early morning, it will take out all the negative energy from our life. The light of the sun will basically bless us, bless our body. Just like the light of the sun cannot be ignored, the presence of sun is always felt. Similarly, from the first house, general name, fame, status can also be seen, and all those are significated by sun. So you can understand that how the placement of sun, apart from the lord of the first house, is important. If you have a strong sun in your horoscope, then I don't know which house your sun is ruling. Still, since it is the significator of the first house basically is the way what world looks at you, what world feels that we are, that I am. That is first house. So if I am having a strong sun, my presence will be felt. Even if people are trying to ignore you, they can't. Wherever you go, your presence will be felt. That is the blessing of sun. Lagna Lord or the Ascendant Lord has the responsibility to protect the Lagna. Okay, that's okay. But the significance is actually protected by the significator. So if you want to increase the strength of your first house, wake up early in the morning. Get some strong sun rays, that early morning sun rays on your body. It will help you a lot. Let us come to the second house. Second house is significated by Jupiter. Now what is second house? Second house basically says about all the immediate receivings which we get right after our birth. First house is where we take the birth. Second house is the immediate receiving which we get after the birth. That is the each and everything which is important, necessary in the early childhood. Food, clothing, shelter, values, wisdom, primary education. That all thing can be seen through the second house. Sanskar, what we call values, because that will shape us. That is the foundation. That is the reason if we have a strong Jupiter, because Jupiter is the significator of the second house. If we have a strong Jupiter, it means our values, our wisdom, our higher philosophical thinking is very strong. Our foundation is very strong. We value things. In the earlier days, value meant the education, value meant the knowledge, value meant wisdom. But now the time has changed. In the Kali Yuga, we value the materialistic things much more. So whatsoever it is, if it is related to wisdom, if it is related to the family, if it is related to values, education, then Jupiter has to be the significator. Not only that, second house is also the house of wealth, means the stock, what we save. So Jupiter can also signify how much wealth you are having. So strong Jupiter is needed for that also. I don't know wherever your second lord is placed. It may happen that for you are having Virgo ascendant. Now for Virgo ascendant, Venus will be your second lord because Libra will be your second sign. Now Venus and Jupiter are not so good friends. So what? Position of Jupiter will be very essential for the strong second house. Let us come to the third house. Third house is known as Parakram Bhav, means the house of superficial efforts. I will not call it as a house of efforts, superficial efforts. It is the house of hands, what we do with our hands. That is the reason we also call that this is the house of writing, this is the house of publishing. Hobbies, bravery, courage can be seen through the third house. So when these terms are there, effort, bravery, courage, hands, why not Mars? Mars is the significator of the third house. Mars has that action, Mars has that energy, Mars has that impulsiveness to do something, to bring the thoughts into action. That is the reason third house can also be called as the house of stability of mind. Sage Satyacharya has mentioned clearly that it is the house of state of mind, the control of our mind. When we talk about hobbies, if you think it very minutely, then you will understand that you may feel that I can do 5 things. Thinking is a different thing, putting into action is a different thing. It may happen that out of these 5 things, you can do 2 things actually. Rest three things are just thoughts. So regarding those three things, your mind is not under control. You are thinking something else, you are doing something else. But those two things you are doing perfectly. You are putting your energy in a correct order. You are channelizing your energy, that is Mars. So use your energy in order to improve the Mars of your birth chart. Suppose if you want to increase the significance of third house in a better way, increase the influence of Mars in your birth chart. How? Don't sit idle. Use your energy in your actions. Put your thought into paper. If you are having some hobbies, do it. Use that energy. Lose some sweat. That will increase your Mars because you are channelizing the energy. Because if you don't do that, your energy will be within your body, and then the anger, agitation, as excitement, wrong excitement, what we call, will be there. Wrong speech, hate speech, instability of mind, agitiveness, impulsiveness, that will be there. And if you are increasing the influence of Mars in a positive way, that means you are putting your thoughts into action, your hobbies, your efforts. You are getting the result. Mars is saying, do the work, I will give you the result. So why not? So start it from today itself. So let us talk now about the fourth house. After doing all those efforts in the third house, now the person will need some rest, some peace of mind. That is the fourth house. The family environment, that is the homely environment where we can stay as we like it. Even if we want to stay in a casual mood, in a simple way of life, in our home, yes, we can do it. Because that is our home. No one is going to judge us, no one is going to question us. Fourth house is the house of night sky. Moon, Venus are very bright in the night sky. Fourth house signifies the nourishment, motherly figure. Our mother can be seen through the fourth house. That is the reason moon significates the fourth house. Moon is that nourishment, because wheresoever your moon is placed, depending upon the dignity of your moon, your relationship with your mother, your peace of mind, your nourishment can be seen through that placement of moon, because that is the significator of the fourth house. Don't forget that what food we eat or what we like to eat can be seen through the second house, because it is the immediate receiving from the family. But are we really getting the nourishment, or is there some lacking in it? That can be seen through the fourth house, because that is the area of moon. And if we talk about Venus, obviously we like a luxurious house, we like a comfortable home, we like conveniences in our life, vehicles, comfortable house and everything, all the amenities in our homely environment, we need it, we feel very good about it. That material happiness regarding which can give you some sort of happiness regarding that suppose if you want to walk 2 kilometers, why not have a very cozy car even for that 2 kilometers? You are sitting at home idle, why not turn on the air conditioner and sleep in a very cozy bed? Okay, that is Venus. That pleasure, that luxury, the comforts, amenities and conveniences of our life, which can make our life very happy. That is Venus. So Venus is also the significator of your fourth house. But how to improve it? Let me give one example. You may have everything but still you are unhappy. You may have very little thing but still you may be happy. Okay. So if you increase your spiritual awakening, if you practice spirituality every now and then, your mind will get the stability, your mind will get direction. And don't forget, Venus gets exalted in the sign of Pisces, which is the actual sign of Jupiter, spirituality, the 12th house, original 12th house of the Kalapurush Kundalini. So spirituality is one of the very good way to improve your moon and Venus. People say that if we have a very good relationship with our mother, then also moon will increase its good effects, and it is true. The women which come across in our life means mother is moon, and other female counterparts or any other women which we meet in our life, if we have good behavior with them, then also the Venus will be improved, the influence of Venus will be improved. So look into that in order to improve the good effects of your fourth house, irrespective of your fourth lord. Now let us come regarding the fifth house. Fifth house is the house which basically says that whatever we feel good in our life, whatever work we do, we feel good. That is the house of creative self-expression. Third house is the hobbies. But how are you using that hobby in our life in order to express ourselves creatively? That is the fifth house. It is third from the third house. That is the reason. Again, fifth house is one of the house of Dharma Trikon. That is mantra, ancient texts and scriptures, Upanishads. Gaining knowledge of that ancient scriptures can be seen through that fifth house. Purva Punya means all the good fortunes of your past life can be seen through the fifth house. Wisdom, knowledge, intellect. It is the house of basically the higher intellect. So, fifth house is significated by Jupiter. Whatsoever your fifth lord is, wheresoever it is placed, if your Jupiter is in a good dignity, if your Jupiter is well placed, then you will see that whenever the dasa of the fifth lord will come, it will give some good result because of that Jupiter. Again, fifth house is the house of mass media, means your creativity in front of the others, that people may know that you are an artist, you may be a very good actor, you can be a very good painter. All that creative talents can also be seen through the fifth house. Now see, Jupiter is so powerful. If Jupiter is strong, all these things also improves. Okay, so now let us talk about the sixth house. Now sixth house is going to be interesting because now we have two significators, Mars and Saturn. Disease, enemies, death. These three things are basically seen through the sixth house, because sixth house is one of the Dusthana, means bad place in horoscope, what we call. Okay. So Mars and Saturn significates the sixth house. If your Mars and Saturn is strong, your sixth house will be strong. Now see, from sixth house we see the competition, from sixth house we see the enemies. So if your Mars is strong, you can go around any competition and you can be a victorious. If your Mars is strong, you can fight against any disease, you can fight against any scandal, you can fight against any litigation, because sixth house can also be seen as the court cases. So Mars is an advocate, Mars is a barrister who can fight for you, who can actually win you court cases. So a strong Mars will help you go through that sixth house problems. And what about Saturn? Basically we talk about Saturn, that Saturn is the planet of misery, misfortunes and everything. It is because it signifies the sixth house. Saturn is the planet of patience. Saturn is the planet of restriction, limitation. Whenever we engage in any wrong deeds, Saturn gets activated, because Saturn is the judge. Saturn will take care of our karma. I have told you that sixth house is the house of disease. Basically it is the house of curable diseases. You start smoking, you will have some coughing, you will have some temporary problems of your lungs. That is the curable disease. That disease will be seen through Saturn. Now if your Saturn is well placed, what will happen? Because of your limitation on your life, maybe the restriction on your life, you will not go towards that wrong deeds. You will have a very checked life. You will not fall ill because now your Saturn is very strong. Saturn is allowing you to be in path, not follow the wrong path. So Saturn is asking you to do the karma, good karma. Do it. If you are lazy, lethargic, you are destroying your Saturn. Even if your Saturn is very well placed, you are destroying it. You are having a job, but you are not doing the job. Your boss will fire you. Take it in a very simple way. That is the reason job is also seen from the 6th house. Service is also seen from the 6th house. It is one of the Upachya houses, means it gets good with time. You have to do the work. That is the reason 6th house is originally the sign of Virgo. Virgo people are normally very perfectionist. They are very hard working people. They know to do the work in a very analytical and logical intellectual abilities. So each and everything is interrelated. So Mars and Saturn signifies the 6th house. Improve your Mars, improve your Saturn, and get rid of the problems of your 6th house. Very simple. Let us come to the 7th house now. 7th house is the house of marriage. Basically we talk about that. Partnerships, legal bindings. Marriage itself is a legal binding because we sign into the contract. We may not like the other person in marriage, but we have to compromise with the likings and dislikings of our partners, with our spouse. Because the happy marriage is that when we stay a lifelong relationship with one person. You are changing the partners, that means your 7th house is not in a very good dignity. Venus is the significator of the 7th house. Venus is the spouse. Venus is known for the love, relationships. 7th house is the house of diplomacy. 7th house is the house of negotiation, because we negotiate whenever we comes to the legal bindings or the terms. In business also, the business partners come to a common point and run the business. There is no sign of ego. There is no sign of that my self-esteem says to do this, I will not do that, then the business will not run. It is the western horizon. That is the reason sun sets there. And when the sun sets, Venus rises. You will see in the evening sky, you will see, that is the reason Venus is also called as evening star. You can see it in the sky. Venus rises at that moment of time. So negotiation, diplomacy, marriage, spouse, marital happiness can be seen through Venus. And when we talk about the female horoscopy, then we have to understand that Jupiter rules the signification of the 7th house in case of females. Because Jupiter is the husband for the female. Jupiter is basically the planet of expansion. It expands. Before marriage we are one, single. After the marriage we are two. After the birth of the child we are three or more, whatever. It increases the members of the family. That is the reason Jupiter is the significator of marriage also in case of female horoscope. And Jupiter is the significator of family of the 2nd house. Because after the marriage the family increases. So we have to see the position of Venus and Jupiter simultaneously. Specifically when you are talking about the 7th house. So I don't care where your 7th lord is placed. Check the position of Venus and Jupiter. Very important. If your Venus and Jupiter is a good dignity, then there are some positives. Both the planets, Jupiter and Venus. Let us talk about the 8th house now. 8th house is it is called as the most dreaded Dusthana. The house where mind does not work. Because originally in the sign of Scorpio, that is the original 8th house, moon gets debilitated, because 8th house is the house of hidden secrets. That is the dark hole, black hole. We don't know what is it. It is just like as if I am walking through a place and it is completely dark. We don't know where I am heading to. That is 8th house. So all sorts of scenes, all sorts of frustration, depression, incurable diseases can be seen through the 8th house. 8th house is significated by Saturn. Now you see, from the 6th house we are coming to now 8th house. In the 6th house we talked about incurable diseases. Now I am talking about in the 6th house I talked about curable diseases. Now I am talking about the incurable diseases. You are smoking, you are drinking, you are going through some illegitimate activities, and you are falling in the prey of that scandal. You are getting into some incurable diseases. Saturn is giving you that result. That you did that, you will get the result. For sure, you are going to get the result. No one is going to stop it, because Saturn is the just. Saturn will give you the karma fal. So why are we going through that sinful activities? If we do some good karma, if we follow the path of spirituality and goodness, you will see how a good planet Saturn is also. Because Saturn will give you some good results that time. 8th house is the house of longevity, and Saturn is the significator of longevity. So Saturn is well placed, your life is long. Saturn is ill placed, trouble in life, specifically in the health, because 8th house is also the house of longevity, as I told, incurable diseases and everything. So apart from the position of the 8th lord, watch for Saturn in your horoscope. And as I said, for the 8th house, how to improve the Saturn? Do some good work. Don't indulge in the sins. Don't, never. Specifically, you are having some illicit relationships with multiple women. That is can also be seen from the 8th house. You are destroying your Saturn. For sure, you are destroying it. Let's talk about the 9th house. Now 9th house is second from the 8th house. We say that whenever we talk a second house from a particular house, it is the gain of the house. So 9th house is the house of higher wisdom. It is the highest of the Dharma Trikon, and it is the gain of the 8th house. How? Because when we walk through the dark hole, no one is our savior except for God. So that time, when we ask for some dark, some light of divinity away from that dark hole, only God can help us. So that time, when we pray to God, we are not going to get the result in the 8th house, because 8th house is completely full of darkness. But it is one of the Moksha Trikon house also, that is 8th house. Ask for it and get it in the 9th house. That is the reason 9th house is originally significated by Jupiter, the higher philosophical idea, our belief system, our belief towards the society, towards the world, our Guru, God, blessings of God, luck, fortune, prosperity can be seen through the 9th house. 9th house is not the house of wealth. Don't get that misconception. It is not the house of wealth. It is not the house of luxury, comfort. No, it is the house of luck and fortune, which we actually get as a blessing from the God. So do the good work, get it from the God. See for the placement of Jupiter in your horoscope. If Jupiter is well placed, if Jupiter is aspecting your 9th house, brilliant. Because it is the significator of the 9th house. If you want to improve it more, respect your Guru. Respect the elders from whom you get the knowledge. Don't question them, because now in Kali Yuga we try to question our Guru. They say us something, we question them in return. Why this? Why not that? I feel that is correct. I will not do this. You are destroying your Jupiter. You are destroying your 9th house. Apart from Jupiter, Sun is also the significator of the 9th house, because 9th house is the house of father, teachings of father. So, when we respect our father, when we follow the life which is laid down by our father, we are actually increasing the strength of sun there in the ninth house. We are increasing the significance of the ninth house. Follow the religious rituals, follow the ancient texts, scriptures, ancient philosophies that will increase the wisdom, and with the wisdom will come the basic knowledge where to use the wisdom. That is Jupiter, and sun is that divine ray of light that will actually guide us. See how it is important, the significators. Now, with the help of that knowledge, we will use that knowledge in every walks of our life. That is the reason the gain of the ninth house is the 10th house. Now, we will talk about the 10th house now. In the 10th house, when you talk about, it is the afternoon sky, and in the afternoon sky, sun is the brightest. So, sun is the main significator of the 10th house. Sun is the government, sun is the father, sun is the authority, because sun is our boss wherever we work environment. Our relationship with the boss, that is sun. That is, if we want to have good relationship with our boss, if we want to have some good name, fame, status in our work environment, because that is also the 10th house, because sun is very bright in the afternoon sky. So our name, fame, status, mass fame cannot be ignored that time. So at that moment of time, if we want to get that name, fame, royalty, good recognition from the government, from the authority, from our work environment, try to have your work done, try to have your good essence, discipline in your work environment. Because along with sun, Saturn and Mercury is also the significator of the 10th house. You don't do the work, you get fired. You have to do the work. You have to follow the orders from your boss. That is Saturn. Mercury is that intellectual mind, our thinking ability, that how we are doing the work. Sun is the authority. Sun has taken the decision, because boss normally is the decision maker. That is the reason he is the boss. He is taking the decision. Correct or wrong, that is that discriminatory power, that analytical power is with Mercury. How to implement it, that is Saturn. So apart from the Lord of your 10th house, look for all these things also. If you have strong Sun, strong Mercury and strong Saturn, you will get the result, because now your work environment, whatsoever it is, good, bad, you will try to do your work on time, you will try to do work with discipline, and you will get the result for that. You will get the name, fame, status, everything, wealth, everything. Because these three planets are very powerful whenever they come to their full effort, full force. Now I will talk regarding the 11th house. The gain of the 10th house means whatever work you are doing, you are gaining it. You are doing good work, you are doing some nice work, you are going to get the result. That is the 11th house, that is the house of gains. It is the highest of the Kama Trikon house. Whatever we desire, that is the fulfillment of our desires. So again Jupiter. It is the house of network circles, our friends. It is the house of our elder brother. So again the significance is Jupiter. So you see, second house family, fifth house is our creativity, ninth house is father, seventh house for female horoscopy, husband. For 11th house, it is having the gains, elder brother, network circle. See, Jupiter is so important in the horoscope. I don't care whether Jupiter is functional, malefic or benefic for your horoscope, but the position of Jupiter is very important. Good dignity I am talking about. It will bring the flavors, but the dignity of Jupiter is very important for the gain in your life, for having some positive network circle, for having some good set of friends, for having good advices from your elder brother, Jupiter has a very big role in the 11th house. That is the significator of the 11th house. And last but not the least, the 12th house. The house of faraway lands, the house of isolation, jail, imprisonment, asylums, hospitals. The house which actually can take to the spirituality, salvation, liberation is significated by Saturn. If Saturn is not in a good dignity, then it can happen that whenever the Saturn aspects the 12th house or Saturn Mahadasha comes, you may feel isolated, you may feel lonely, you may feel that everyone is there but still I am alone, no one is there for me, no one takes care of me. You may have a cold relationships with everyone. That is the 12th house. But if you are having a good Saturn in your horoscope, that loneliness can be converted into solitude. And don't forget, when person is alone, person is completely lonely and using the time in a positive way, he or she can bring upon wonders to the society. They can become very successful because now no one is there to stop them, no one is there to judge them. Now they are completely using their energy in solitude, complete peace of mind. That is the reason 12th house can also be seen as the house of connecting with the God, because when we connect with the God, we don't want any interference, we don't want anyone to stop us. That is the house of spirituality. We start our journey at the 9th house, but in the 12th house, we leave everything upon God, because now God and us, our soul, that is the soul and the super soul, Atma and Paramatma, it is all between them, nothing else. That is the 12th house. So Saturn is the significator of that 12th house. So like 6th house, 8th house, 12th house is also a Dusthana. Okay. But it is the highest of the Moksha Trikona. If you are having some positive influence of your 12th Lord in your horoscope or some positive influence on the 12th house, you are going to get some spiritual connections. And if you are having strong Saturn in your horoscope, you will definitely use your loneliness into your solitude and make something good in your life. Meditation can be seen through that also, because now you are alone, no one is stopping you. That patience which is bestowed by Saturn is required. It is not an easy path. You have to walk alone. Then only you can reach the ultimate super soul. So here I will say that how it is important, the presence of significators in the astrology, in the horoscope. If you are improving the strength and influence of the significators, the horoscope is completely protected now. Even if you are facing the wrong times in our life, since our mind is completely in our control, because we are doing the work in a positive way, and the significators, the planet which are actually the significators, are improving day by day. Our horoscope is also improving day by day. It is getting protected. So maybe the chart is not in a good dignity, still your results are very good. You are getting the food promises fulfilled because you are doing the work in a correct way, correct time, with proper intelligence, without doing any bad karma. So by this I will end this video, and if you want to know that how the significators are working in your chart, where they are sitting, and how you may help them to give you good result through that house, I will put the link in the description. You can click on the link for the consultation so that I can help you. And till the next time, when I come, I will bring another some interesting topic like this, so that I can help you regarding the knowledge of the Vedic astrology. Till then, I am signing off for today. Thank you.